Today I have 5 logo design must-haves for graphic designers. How many of them do you have? What is up people, Tom from Satori Graphics back again with a graphic design tips video. I am a graphic designer with over 7 years of actual work experience under my belt, and you can check out some of my work over on my portfolio site in the card above. A majority of my projects have been based around logo design and brand design in general, and today I want to share with you 5 resources or tools that I think will really help you in logo designing. The first logo design tool may seem obvious to some, but I've realized that there are people who have lost that connection with pen and paper. Creating a solid, relevant and professional logo design requires time and dedication to the design process. One of the key aspects of this process is to sketch out your ideas, brainstorm and develop those ideas over and over until you have a strong design direction. Your sketches do not have to be pretty or masterpieces. The pen allows you to take your creative ideas from your thoughts to a physical form quickly. Just because it is a more primitive and basic tool does not mean it loses its relevancy. You do not see chefs using laser beams to cut meat in the kitchen. They still use knives, of course. We all need to be inspired in some way, and sometimes we are blocked and bogged down with a creative block, which I myself had one very recently actually, and it sucked. We can draw inspiration from various different places, but when thinking about logo design, I really like looking through the Logo Lounge books. You can find them on eBay and Amazon, and they're not super cheap, but they do have a huge selection of logo designs spanning different styles. I would also like to point out that there is a fine line between being inspired by a design and totally ripping it off. A Wacom tablet is something I've only been using for the past 1 or 2 years, and I wonder how I managed to live without it before. Okay, that was a bit exaggerated, but it really does help with logo design and graphic design in general. I find it fills the gap between using a pen and paper and using the pen tool in Adobe Illustrator. You can still use your artistic wrist action and sketch out logo concepts, but you're also making the vector pass in Illustrator. This saves a lot of time and it really does help logo design in my opinion. In the last point I mentioned Adobe Illustrator. Well again, this might be obvious to a lot of you, but I still hear about people designing logos in Adobe Photoshop. Granted, there are other vector programs out there aside from Adobe Illustrator, but Adobe Illustrator is the most common. My point here is that you must be designing logos as a vector format. I'm not going to go into much about why that's important now, but I've made a video on that before. In short, a vector file allows the design to be scaled up or down to any size and still retain quality. It does this because a vector path relies on points rather than pixels. Lastly, I want to suggest something that you're not going to expect for a logo design must-have list. Aside from the obvious as having a decent computer to design the logo on, I suggest that you get yourself a decent pair of headphones. I personally prefer old school style headphones because the bass feels more alive and the comfort factor is on point. When we design something such as a logo design, we get into a kind of creative flow. To paraphrase a quote that I heard, when designing something, it's better to design it in one 8-hour session rather than 2 4-hour sessions. Why? Well, because you get into a creative mindset and a creative flow when you design something. If we break that creative flow, it can prevent you from designing something to the fullest. To help with this, it's a great idea to zone out from the world around you. And what better way to do that than to pull on your favourite music or your dope beats. I have a pair of Sony MDR headphones and I've always liked the quality of Sony personally. When you buy electrical equipment, you really do want to go for something that's high quality, because you do get what you paid for in this industry. So, did you find my 5 logo design musts insightful? Let me know with your thoughts in the comment section below, and be sure to drop a like and share this video if you really did enjoy it. I will be back next Tuesday with a graphic design tutorial, so subscribe to be updated. If you're already subscribed, then hit the bell icon to be notified. Until next time, design your future today. Peace.